2020 is the year that just keeps on giving. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker, and it gives me great joy to come at you with another pick a card reading. This one is on the topic of how to follow your heart when your heart is broken. And I think this can be applied very widely. This is not only about having a broken heart due to a romantic relationship. This is about maybe being in separation with your parents or your family of origin, maybe having some difficulty, some conflict in your life, the loss of a job, and it can even be applied to the loss of your creativity and willingness to move forward and create a better reality for yourself. So apply it widely. This was the intention with which I am creating this reading. And I'm very happy to say here that I'm using for the first time this beautiful Oracle of Mermaids, which was kindly donated to this channel by the lovely Andrea. Thank you so much, my lovely subscriber. Okay, so you have a choice today from 4 different stones. For group 1, we have here Lapis Lazuli. For group 2, we have here Light Jade. For group 3, we have Amazonite. And for group 4, we have Fluorite. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And the first stone that draws your attention, I would recommend going for that one. Feel free to pause this video here and meditate as well. And then if you are ready and you've made your choice, then I look forward to seeing you at your pile. Before you go, I do want to say that my personal readings at the moment are closed due to the Mercury and Mars retrograde we are experiencing in this month. However, you can still book a reading, a short and personalized video response with me on Visio. The link is down below in the description box. And just keep in mind that there is a very beautiful promotion at the moment. Up until Halloween, you can use the code HALLOWS13 and you can get 13% off your reading. So make sure to take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, my love. So I look forward to seeing you at your group. Ciao, ciao. Hey, group 1. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Lapis Lazuli, gorgeous blue stone. So welcome to your reading. I'm really happy to have you here. Hello, new subscribers. Hello, returning subscribers. I hope that this reading helps you and inspires you, but take it lightly, okay? Because it's just a tarot and oracle reading. It's not the end of the world if you don't really find a message that you might not resonate with. Also, make sure to pick another pile as well. You know, we're in the process of training our intuition, so it just so might happen from time to time, also with this Mercury retro, that, you know, we might do some intuitive mistakes. But we are here to celebrate mistakes and to make the best out of them. Okay, guys? So let me show you the cards that I pre-shuffled for you. We have here transparency, and the first, well, the words that I have here, the first words, interesting. Honest, authentic, genuine, and present. So you've got transparency. It's interesting here. I'm already picking up on something. It's like maybe some of you need to have some difficult conversations at the moment. And part of the process of how you can heal your heart is actually engaging in these difficult conversations with the people in your life. But I feel that already kind of like you're struggling to find the right words. Let's move on and see further. Okay, yeah. So you have the 6 of Swords. This is the card of moving on. See, she's leaving troubled waters in her boat with her supplies. She's moving towards calmer waters. And I think this was also about following your intuition more. So I think this was a specific message for you. I mean, it made sense when I was talking about intuition in your group. Okay, wow. We have the Lord, take charge with authority. I'm getting some Capricorn influences here. I think that the current conjunction of Jupiter, the gas giant that represents the god of blessings and growth, in tandem with Pluto, the god of transformation and death, is really bringing a lot of issues from your unconscious all the way up to your conscious mind to be cleansed, to be changed, to be transmuted into better decision making, into better ways in which you talk to others and in which you express yourself. And this in turn, I feel that it's going to help you make decisions that are made with confidence and from a place of, you know what, I deserve more, I deserve better. Okay, and we also have here Freya, phases and cycles. Let me read you what it says at the bottom. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. I think the next full moon is going to be significant. So the next full moon, from the moment that you see this video, because my readings are timeless, so they apply to you the moment you stumble upon them. And I have the feeling that indeed synchronicity is at play here. You're kind of wrapped up in a karmic cycle that is ending, but then another one is beginning. You're receiving some dharmic rewards for all the hard work you've been putting on in an area of life where you've been struggling quite a lot. I'm getting a sense that this is about home and work. I feel that you've suffered from a broken heart in matters that have to do with having to move from one territory to another, maybe having to exchange your home for another home, or maybe even you had to relocate because you were kicked out of a home, you were displaced or dispossessed of your property. And I think that this has to do with you finding the courage to stand up and tell other people that you know what, you can't push me around anymore. I will not move anymore just to feed your ego. And this is part of the process of you healing your heart. So in your case, healing your heart and being able to follow it again after it was broken, it includes this process of finding your inner fire and your confidence that gets you to respond back to other people in your life that have taken a lot of things from you. And I think that you're also becoming more honest with yourself and with what it is you really want. I feel with where you want to live, what do you want to do? I feel a lot of you have been dwindling on this issue for a while now. Maybe some of you have been sampling a lot of different properties or a lot of different places in the world where you would like to live, and you haven't reached a decisive conclusion. But at the moment, the astrological configuration in the skies is pushing you towards making a commitment. You're kind of like pushed from behind. It's like, come on, what are you going to choose? We want to help you grow and start building, but you need to choose a place to root yourself in. Okay, so wow, that came very clearly. And I haven't even showed you all of your cards. So let's continue. We have Aquamarine, and I remember that when I was shuffling your cards, this card came up very quickly compared to all the other ones that required more shuffling. So this is a very important message for you to hear during this period. And I feel that if you are wearing some Aquamarine, it's really going to be beneficial for you. So make sure if you can, get your hands on some Aquamarine. It can even be a small tumbled stone that you carry in your pocket. It's gonna help. So we have here divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So I think this is paying attention to all those nudges that the universe has been trying to kind of give you in order to get you to commit to some place. So not something, but some place. This is a lot about placing, rooting, finding something to commit to. And I think this is about committing to either your home country or another foreign land where you choose to study and work in, or where you want to join maybe a romantic partner to start your family. Or this is about maybe moving out of your parents' home and starting, living on your own independently for the first time. Or this is about issues regarding an inheritance. But what I see here predominantly is you standing into your authentic power and truth, following the insights and inspiration that Spirit has been giving you all along, so that you can finally be open and honest with yourself, transparency, right? And say, okay, I had enough of all this nudging, I had enough of this procrastination, I want to step into my own divine life purpose. And that, for a lot of you, means establishing a secure home base on your own, getting up into a profession that gives you a lot of stability, moving to a place that has a higher frequency and can help you become yourself fully. Some of you could be having North nodes in the 4th house, for example, or North node in the 12th house, or in the 9th house, the houses of escapism from faraway lands, the houses of homes, roots, and emotional connection, and the houses of freedom, faith, and trust. So I feel that all of these elements are challenged in your life at the moment, and they do have a sort of material concreteness or a material manifestation in you making a choice regarding your home, your studies, your relocation. Let me show you your affirmation. So, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Yeah? So, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, so in accordance with your inner truth, not what everybody else is saying around you, but what you feel is right for you, you can trust that everything is working out for you, okay? So, for example, if you're worried that you won't be able to find a good deal on a new home, you will. If you're worried that something bad might happen to you if you relocate to a foreign country, it won't, yeah? So everything is working out for you, even if you don't know when or how it will happen. I feel like the universe is asking you to trust, to follow what you feel is right within your heart. Do it. Stop procrastinating on it, okay? For some of you, I need to call you out. You've been procrastinating. No more procrastination. Do it. And then trust that as you are following in the direction of your divine life purpose, things are aligning themselves. The right people, the right decisions, the right circumstances will manifest around you, and you'll be able to just, it's almost like I'm getting this image of a person walking on a lake and you don't see the stepping stones, but the stepping stones are forming as you are walking on that lake. And even without you noticing it, by the time you made your step on the shore, on the other side of a shore, already it's like you've been carried along by this unseen presence that was creating this bridge of stepping stones so you can cross over the water safely, okay? But you need to have that faith, that courage, that I'm going to step and I'm going to trust that I won't drown in the water, okay? And the final card that I have for you is, whoa, number 40, Sovereign Queen Maeve. And for this one, because it's a really interesting oracle, I want to read you the small message from the booklet, because I think that they're very beautifully described, and I feel that it might connect well with what I have been interpreting so far. So the message for you is the following. Value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. Be compassionate, but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to the light. So I feel like no matter what your relatives, your friends, and other people around you might be saying, because I think that some of you might be getting contradictory advice at the moment, you do need to actually follow your own inner light, your own intuition, the signs that you see around you. And it was 11:11 when I looked at the recording. So I feel that this is the resounding message that I have for you, my Lapis Lazuli crew. Lapis Lazuli is also a stone about clarity and seeing things clearly. So you are asked to just be very open and honest with what it is you wish to accomplish, and then take bold steps forward to move into calmer waters. And this is about healing your heart from a situation which was about being kicked out of your home, being homeless in certain situations, not having the authority or having other people's willpower dominating your own willpower. So you had to struggle, you had to stand your ground, you had to fight for what it is that you believed in. Keep doing that, because this is your divine life purpose. You are meant to establish your own secure base on your own, and you are meant to start building a life of prosperity from that secure base that you've created on your own. So this is about healing your broken heart in situations that have to do with emotional and material stability, especially that which can be found in a home or in situations where you had to travel to foreign lands to work and study in. Okay, so that's what I had for you, Group 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. I am sending you so much light during these difficult times, and may your heart be healed by spirit. Bye. Group 2, hello. We have here Light Jade group. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out, what is your broken heart about? How did you manage to break it? What happened to it? We're here to mend it. We're here to give you inspiration. Sorry guys, it's like Mercury retro. But it's okay. Mistakes are allowed, okay? Mistakes are good. That's when we learn the most from mistakes. Maybe that's a specific message for you guys out there. Also, some of you, I think, need to drink coffee, because I kicked my elbow onto the coffee for a specific reason. So I'm going to take a sip as well. Okay, great. So you've chosen a really interesting stone. It is the stone of prosperity, the jade one. Let me show you the cards that I pulled for you. So we have here the return of Aphrodite, and it says here, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. And it's number 13 as well. So I'm kind of getting a feeling of Friday the 13th. I don't know, some of you could have been born on Friday the 13th. Some of you could be Libras, or you could have Libra influences, Libra ascendant, Libra moon. Hey, Libra ascendants, welcome to my family. So I have the feeling here that this could be related to a romantic situation that really affected your self-love. So part of the situation that your heart is broken about is not only that another person kind of stopped the situation from happening, or you decided to leave a romantic situation, but I think this is also about the fact that there was some harsh words exchanged or some criticisms that made you doubt yourself. They made you feel like you're not worthy of love, like you're not beautiful enough, like you're not treasured and valued or cherished. So we're going to repair this, okay? Let's see what the other cards are. It's a very ambitious thing to say, but I do try my best to transmute energy on my channel. So, wow, yeah, we have the 10 of Swords here. This is the Judgment card as well. Do you see the rooster going like, cock-a-doodle, or cock-a-doodle-doo, however a rooster does in your culture. So this is about receiving a very harsh wake-up call. The 10 of Swords is the card of feeling done. It's like, I'm done with love. I'm done with having people walk all over my self-worth. I'm done with not being appreciated. I'm just done. That's kind of like, I see the word done being plastered onto our door very, very forcefully. But I feel that, and hear me out, this might be the contradictory part of your reading, but everything that has happened in this romantic relationship was meant to push you to this moment where you would just break and say, I am done. Because I feel a lot of you were not really aware of how beautiful you are. You weren't really aware of, the power that you have. And I'm sorry, but it's kind of like a lot of bubbles are coming up to my chest in your reading. Maybe some of you are naturally effervescent and quite creative and quite bubbly, but you've been stifling this. Maybe you thought that, oh, I need to be very careful not to be considered superficial or weird. So you kind of stifled your love of beauty, your love of decorum. Maybe you like to decorate your body, to wear makeup, to wear really good clothes. You like fine scents, you like good music, you like good food. But a lot of you have been very stoic about this because I think you were trying to please another person. And I think for some of you, that situation, that romantic situation that you had to leave or that was removed from your life because the other person decided to separate from you, was for your own benefit. It was meant to push you into this state of, you know what, I am completely done. I am done with looking for self-worth and self-esteem from other people. Because I feel a lot of you lived for a very long time with the belief that I am pretty if other people say so. I am beautiful if other people say so. But I feel like at the moment you're in a period where you are definitely reconsidering your relationship to beauty, both internal beauty in terms of your values and what it is you like to achieve in life and how you handle your emotions and your peace of mind, but also outer beauty, how you take care of your body, how you eat, how you dress, how you look. So this is a really beautiful moment of reflection and awakening to your own power that was created by this romantic disappointment. So all bad things turn into good, right? Let's see further along what messages you have. Wow, we have here the High Priest, and the message beneath it is intend and create. So I feel that maybe a message will come in soon, an opportunity will come in soon, and this is about you starting off on a new path where you will be able to apply your new sense of self to different situations. So you've been pushed into this corner where you had to say, you know what, I am done. Your heart was broken. You were feeling defeated. You were feeling quite like, what's the point of moving on? I feel for a lot of you, yeah, it was really, really harsh. It was very dark, the period that you went through. I mean, look at all this blue around around the animal. I forgot for a second what this is. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel some of you are so tired and you're so upset that from time to time you're not remembering things correctly, or your brain is a little bit foggy, okay? So make sure you take good care of yourself during this period. Drink a lot of water and sleep, and try not to allow your emotions to overwhelm your mind, okay? This is a rooster. For a second, I just felt your pain. I felt the sadness and I can't even be bothered to name what that bird is, you know? So be very mindful about how your feelings of sadness are affecting the chemistry of your brain. It's really important in this period to focus on a creative endeavor, whether it is for something paid, so work projects, or whether you should take up art, painting, collaging, diarying, anything that can help you express your feelings in a way that is creative, not destructive. So we have here Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Wow, you have Aphrodite twice. Venus is the Latin or Roman name of the Greek goddess Aphrodite. So you have her twice here, which kind of makes me feel that you are protected at the moment by one of the most beautiful goddesses in the Greek Roman Parthenon. So you really need to step into this understanding that you are a very beautiful person, and you need to drop that false sense of self. You know, women many times feel that they have to, in order to be liked by the group or other people and to be considered modest and kind, a lot of women actually feel that they have to talk themselves down. So they have to say, oh, I'm not that cute. Oh, I'm not that good. Oh, I'm not that beautiful, you know, which is bullshit. And it's a very medieval way of having people talk about themselves. There is absolutely nothing wrong with knowing your qualities and talking very clearly about them, just as well as you should have the self-awareness to know your defects and to be able to own them so you can work on them and improve them. So I feel that you're being asked right now to step into this beautiful power, this clarity, have this clarity about yourself and understand that, you know what, I actually have very beautiful eyes, or very beautiful hair, or very beautiful lips, or my body is very gorgeous, you know. Own that. So what? You have that. Maybe you have, you know, you're a very beautiful person, but you have other things that you need to work on. Own both sides of yourself. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Yeah. Truth is being revealed at the moment, the truth of who you really are. You have to own that. Stop hiding from it. Stop self-sabotaging your power. It's really, really important that you stand in your magnificence at the moment, okay? No wonder you chose the jade, because it's an imperial stone in Chinese culture, one of the best. So we have here diamond. Oh my God. Value your self-worth. Yeah. So you are God's precious gem. You need to start acting like one. Yeah. Diamond as well is the, if I'm not mistaken, it is the birthstone of the month of April or May. It is nonetheless the birthstone of Taurus. Taurus is the earth sign that is ruled by Venus. So I'm getting very strong Taurus and Libra vibes with your group. And I think it's really, really important as well to acknowledge this beauty that you are naturally, to stop hiding, stop putting yourself down, stop dimming to fit in a group of people that want to keep you low and modest without actually being able to shine your light. There is a difference between being healthily modest and understanding the limits of what you can do as a human being versus being really narcissistic and arrogant. I actually created a video a while ago, make sure to go on my channel, where I explain the differences between being loving to yourself, being arrogant, and being a narcissist, which is a mental health condition, okay? So try to figure out the differences between those different elements and then embody the vibration that feels the highest and the most truthful and honest to who it is you really are. Let me give you the affirmation. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can decide today to recalibrate my joy, my energy, and commit to love and joy. But I said joy twice, right? So there is a feeling here that a lot of you just need to feel happy with being yourself. A lot of you are running away from being yourself, from loving yourself, from spending time with yourself, from being alone in a peaceful state of creative solitude. You feel like you need to be in a connection with someone, because only when you are in a connection with someone do you get kisses and hugs and people tell you that you're lovely. But I feel a lot of you actually choose partners unconsciously that are giving you the opposite of what it is you desire. So you get partners that are critical, that do not hug you as much as you want, that do not kiss you as much as you want. And it's precisely because the universe keeps saying, you need to understand your worth first, and then we will give you that partner. I know it's a little bit like scratching your head like this, but sometimes things work like that. You need to stand in your self-worth in order to attract that thing that you so desire. It's a lot of work. I understand. I can feel your frustration. Yeah. And then the final card that I have here for you. Wow, you got the Beta of Spirit Wolf. This is actually, look at this. Because on this deck, the Beta of Spirit Wolf is actually the image that decorates the back of the cards. So this is about no matter which side you twist the card, it is still the same. You need to stay the same no matter what relationship you find yourself in. And it is that consistency that is so hard to maintain and is frustrating you. I can feel it. I can feel how annoyed you are. But this is how you're going to heal your heart, by understanding that if you love yourself and if you are true to yourself and you stay the same person in every relationship without having to change for other people to please them, you will eventually find those people that will give you the kisses, the hugs, the admiration, the kind words that will help you build a very prosperous life. But if you keep changing for other people, trying to please them, always trying to be a different person for each type of person you attract in your life, then it's going to feel, you will feel incomplete, you will feel unhappy. You will end up in these dead-end relationships that will eventually lead to separation because you are not being yourself. And you will feel pissed and irritated at the fact that you feel that you can't be yourself. So it's much better to take the risk of being yourself and seeing what new relationships you attract, rather than forcing yourself to be somebody you're not, attracting a type of relationship just for convenience, and then living with the dissatisfaction of feeling like you are not living your own life. It's almost as if you are locked deeply somewhere inside your body and somebody else is living your life for yourself. Okay? And I want to read you as well the message from this Beta of Spirit Wolf. This is number 23, by the way. So the booklet, I feel like, explains things so much better. Give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find the way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition. Commit to your tasks and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. You're beautiful. You're beautiful inside and out. And Goddess Aphrodite, feel free to summon her in this period, is here to remind you of this precise thing. You are beautiful. You are enough. And being yourself will pay off in the end. You just have to commit to it every day. Oof. Well, I hope this message helped. I'm sending you so much light, Group 2. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Group 3. Hello, my loves. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Amazonite stone. Let's find out what your cards are. So we have here honor the masculine. And the keywords are respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. It's a merman. Beautiful. The Seven of Pentacles or the Star card. Gorgeous. The drum, dream and journey. Drums were also used to scare away negative spirits in Native American cultures. Wow, powerful. We have here Krishna, devotion. The keywords are trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Unconditionally. What's more beautiful than that, right? And then we have here Tiger's Eye, a beautiful stone of courage. So the keywords are self-confidence through God confidence, and believe in yourself by believing that God is working through you. So I think this is an indication of you need to realize that you're co-creating with spirit. You're never alone. It's good to feel good. This is your affirmation. It's good to feel good. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting a sense that a lot of you that chose this group are afraid of happiness. It's as easy as that, I know, but it's complicated how you live it. But it's as easy as understanding that your main block to your heart healing is the fact that you are genuinely afraid of being optimistic, of creating prosperity. You're afraid of happiness. And then we have here number 2, Cupio Dissolvi. I will read you the message of this card at the end of the reading, because first I want to integrate what these other cards are speaking about. So first of all, with the honor the masculine card here, I think that a lot of you need to make peace with a masculine figure in your life. I feel like for a lot of you, this is the father. The father is the primordial or primary masculine figure that we have. And I feel that a lot of you are very self-conscious in the presence of your fathers, and there is an air of solemnity, or like there's a very heavy atmosphere, like you have to be very calm and serious in the presence of your father. I feel that for a lot of you, this could also be with a partner. You tend to attract, and I kicked the table, so yeah. There are trembles. You tend to attract partners that could be quite angry or nervous. So you have to be very serious around them. Like you can't be too extravagant or too jolly or too happy. Be very careful, because those types of relationships can actually lead to domestic violence or domestic abuse. Be mindful of the people that you date. And if there are some anger issues that you notice in your partner, please don't feel like you have to stay with this kind of a person, okay? It's much better if you prioritize your own self-care. This is for just some of you. I feel like this message needed to come through. But for the majority of you, this is about feeling a sense of heaviness and responsibility in your relationships with men in your life. But also I think that this is about you and how you embody your own divine masculine, which feels very heavy. It feels like you have an understanding of men as being very serious and aggressive and violent, and like you always need to be in control of things. And while this is indeed a very traditional and media popularized image of masculinity, it is not the only image of how a divine masculine can be embodied in your life. So I think that you need to reflect a bit more on this idea of how are you being masculine in your life. I have a PickACard reading on embodying your divine masculine. If you want to have a look at that as well, it might help you get deeper to the bottom of this inner work, if you're interested. If not, this should be sufficient for you. So I do think that here, this speaks a lot about respect. I think that you're also rising into an understanding that you need to be quite respectful of other people, and I feel that most of you have been very respectful to other people throughout your lives, but it felt like not a joy, it felt like a burden, like you are raised to be very respectful and you're not really enjoying friendly respectfulness, if that makes sense. Like maybe I feel even with your bosses, because we do have here Krishna as well, and together with Honor the Masculine, I feel like even in situations with your bosses, there is a line you would never cross, that line of friendliness, you know. I feel like a lot of you would recoil at the thought of spending time having dinner with your boss or visiting your boss's home if, for example, your boss is throwing a dinner party and is inviting some of its best employees, you know, or you would feel uncomfortable meeting your boss outside of the realm of the work, such as, for example, if you guys need to go on a training day, or if you need to do some shopping for your boss, or whatever the situation might be that might take you out of the normal boundaries of what a work relationship should be about. But it's life, right? And sometimes these things happen. So I think that a lot of you need to learn this flexibility, need to learn that relationships of respect can also be friendly and fun, because after all, we're all human, right? And even if you have reverence and respect for an older or a male figure that you have to, you know, you have to respond to in a chain of command, it can also be a relationship of protection, of care, of nurturing. It doesn't always have to be just serious respect and serious responsibility. I hope that makes sense, okay? So I feel a lot of you need to heal your broken heart, which stems from a relationship with your father, and this will in turn improve your relationship with your bosses. So the people that, it can be anyone that you work with and is kind of like a mentor or a wiser figure that you have to respond to. This can also be a female boss as well, that has a very pronounced masculine side, yeah? I feel that it's really important to keep in mind that behind this mask of seriousness and, you know, respect, and I keep playing with my hair in your reading, I don't know why, but I think it has something to do with your power. Yeah, I think like, you know, I feel like you're waking up to an understanding of the idea that power can also be soft, power can also be caring, power can also be about showing other people your more vulnerable side, your more emotional side, you know. Because in the past, I feel like you understood that power is something like a tight fist or it's about control, but you're now rising into the understanding that power can also be something that you're manifesting through your creativity, through your playfulness, right? So maybe you guys recently switched a workplace or a study situation, or you've encountered a mentor that is a bit more relaxed, is a bit more spiritual, and this person is teaching you how to tap into this wonderful well of healing your heart and any issues regarding the masculine energy in your life through playfulness, through care, through understanding that respect can also be given in a friendly manner, not only in a dominating manner, right? So I think this is what the Krishna and drum in collaboration mean. You're creating a different energetic frequency in the ways in which you understand courage, masculinity, authority, creativity. So this is giving you a lot more confidence than in the past. And if you are not in the process of changing a workplace or having met this mentor, you are about to meet this person, okay? So open up to the understanding that you will be transformed. Yeah, believe in yourself. And if you feel good, Allow yourself to feel good. I feel a lot of you tend to get very worried about, oh my goodness, what would happen if I feel extreme joy or a lot of enthusiasm? What do I do with it? And indeed, a lot of the times we are being told how to suppress or numb feelings of loss, of anger. There are anger management courses out there. There are, the 5 stages of loss and how to deal with grief. But with happiness, we are just being told that it is something that we should strive for and attain it. But what do we do when we feel incredibly happy? What do we do usually? Do we throw a party? Most of the times. We tend to want to talk to other people. We tend to want to share ourselves with other people. So you can engage in socially acceptable ways of dealing with great happiness. We tend to dance as well. So maybe you might want to move your body around a little bit. Don't be afraid of that. It's just really good to feel good, okay? So don't be ashamed. And I feel like a lot of you might be censoring your happiness at the moment because of the whole pandemic situation. I am filming this in 2020, so people from the future, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great laugh about this year, because we surely are not laughing. But hopefully, this too shall pass, and we will be able to look back on this year and make memes out of it. Not at the moment, because it's too soon, it's too close. But I feel that if you are feeling very good inside, disrespective of what is happening on the outside, allow yourself to feel good and allow yourself to share this with other people, share it with your close ones, because happiness is contagious, just like fear is. And we'd rather be contaminated by happiness rather than fear, right? And now let me read you the message that I have here, the Cupio di Solvi one. So number 2. It is time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey and the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. Surrender the struggle. I feel that it's so important at this moment to just embrace this masculine side of yourself that wanted to achieve a lot and do a lot, but maybe you're not able to do as much as you wanted to in this year. It's okay. As I mentioned earlier, this too shall pass, yeah? You can rest, you can integrate what I've been speaking earlier about, this new understanding of respect, this new understanding of workplace relationships and your relationship with authority, and keep having hope that your plans are going to manifest, okay? If you rest, you will start to feel very good, and allow yourself to feel good even when circumstances around you are quite fearful and a little bit negative, okay? So that was the message that I had for you, group 3. Your heart is healing with respect to understanding how to hold on and let go in terms of self-respect, authority figures, and even this kind of work-life balance I feel that a lot of you have not been having recently. That's what I had for you. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps, and I really hope to see you in my next one. Hey group 4, I wanted to flow into your reading as well, but unfortunately I had to stop the video and use the bathroom. So I'm sorry about that, but it might be significant for some of you. Maybe some of you have used the bathroom before watching this reading, or you need to go, in which case take care of that bladder. So this is for those of you that were drawn to fluorite. It's a beautiful stone. Let's find out what cards you got. So we have here, oh gorgeous, we have Yamaya. And it says here, grandmother, ocean, primordial. I think the bathroom thing was not random at all. It was significant because Yamaya is governing over liquids, over the ocean, right? And there's this saying that if you have worries, a lot of difficult, heavy feelings on your chest, just hand them over to Yamaya and she's gonna carry them into the water and cleanse them for you. So this is really, really significant for some of you out there. Cleansing, releasing both physical things out of your body, but most precisely emotions and tears, you know, maybe even having a good cry. And I'm getting a sense that for some of you, this broken heart has to do with a mother, a maternal issue, maybe a broken relationship with the mother, the loss of a mother, or the loss of the affection of a mother. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what pops up next. So we have here Nine of Pentacles or the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like you've been isolated from a maternal figure. For some of you, it could be that you really want to become a mother and this is not happening. You feel like you're being kept in a period where not much is happening, almost like you're in limbo, like you can't find the right partner, or there is not enough money for you to finally settle down in a stable place and allow yourself to become a mother and to nurture another human being to life. Some of you could be getting, I'm hearing IVF treatment. You want to have another baby, but you're older along the line, or there is some sort of genetic predisposition that is stopping you from having a baby in a more natural way, if you want to call it like that. In which case, I'm sending you so much light and I hope your wish is coming true. Let's see what other cards we have. So, wow, the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. I feel like you're in the process of healing your heart from this broken situation, from the situation that broke it in the beginning. For some of you, I'm getting some reconciliation with the maternal figure that will be initiated either by you or by her. So this could apply to your biological mother or to your maternal figure. For some, I think this could be a teacher or a doctor that has taken care of you, somebody that I'm hearing for some of you saved your life. Wow, you guys need to comment down below if this applies, but I'm just gonna say what I feel. So the next card that I have for you is Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Wow, I did say at the beginning, right, the heavy feeling you're feeling on your chest, that you need to give to Yemaya so that she can cleanse it and purge it. And my words are slurring, you know, my speech, I'm stumbling upon it, which kind of makes me feel that a lot of you are energetically charged. You have a lot of things to say to this maternal figure, but a conversation has not happened yet. You are separated, removed from her for a specific reason. I feel that with all this energy in the skies at the moment in the sign of Capricorn, we are naturally separated from our desires, our wish, our the people that we establish codependent relationships with, so that we can grow and mature and rise into our own responsibility and self-worth in the absence of that thing which was giving us a fake sense of self. I feel like a lot of you were very close to your mother at the beginning of your life, but something has happened, something traumatic. Another person came in, maybe a difficult situation with the father, maybe another sibling that your mother had to take care of, maybe a relocation, a displacement. Maybe you were part of quite a rich family and your mother sent you away someplace to live at a boarding school because it was better for your career prospects in this way, or there was no time for her to take care of you. So I feel like a lot of you are healing that wound that was created in your heart chakra by this separation from the idealized mother. And open communication is really going to bring a sense of soothing honey, like a honey balm, into this connection with your mother. But I think that either you or your mother or maternal figure are kind of afraid of that communication, because I feel like you have the capacity to hurt your mother with your words and she can hurt you with her words. And I feel that parts of you might not be ready for the truth yet. But I think that if a communication were to be initiated, it will eventually lead to a reconciliation. Some of you with Mercury here could have mothers that are Virgo, Virgo moons, Virgo ascendants, or Gemini, Gemini moons, Gemini ascendants, Gemini suns. Virgo suns as well, because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo and Gemini. So there could be some issues of pride here as well, and my nose is itching, which is a confirmation from spirit that this could be close to the truth. issues regarding pride, wounded egos between you and your mother. She wanted something else for you and you ended up doing something completely different, or the opposite. You know, you wanted your mother to be a specific type of mother, but she just couldn't live up to that idealized image of what you wanted her to be. So now you're both having to readjust your expectations of each other, and you are having to accept each other for who it is that you both are, the reality of who it is you are, with faults and with qualities. And I feel that by accepting your mother, you're accepting as well some parts of yourself that you decided to sweep under the carpet, you decided to not deal with. Maybe your mother is a person that has these angry flare-ups from time to time, and you have them as well, but you decided not to think that you were to have anything in common with your mother. But ultimately, you need to keep in mind that you are, biologically speaking, 50% of the genetic material of your mother, not to mention as well the ancestral curses and spells and dreams and hopes and wishes you carry in your blood from her side. But at the same time, it's also important to keep in mind that you are not only your mother and your father's heritage, you are also yourself. You can create yourself. So keeping in mind this respect towards what created you, but at the same time keeping in mind that you can create yourself on a daily basis as you go about living your life, is going to help you navigate the situation much better. The other card that I have for you is Appetite. Appetite is a stone that can help you in this healing process from this maternal wound. And we have here progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all that you've learned. Don't compare your relationship to your mother to other women's relationship to their mother, or other men's if you're a man watching this. Keep in mind that things are how they are. Your soul selected your mother and you incarnated into that specific karmic relationship to learn some important lessons. Sometimes we get really awful mothers to learn from them how not to be as a mother. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't become a mother. A lot of you might be afraid of becoming mothers, but keep in mind that as long as you're working on your self-awareness and you're conscious of your faults and your qualities, you stand a very high likelihood of not repeating the same mistakes that your mother has done with you, right? So it's all about awareness and loving compassion, understanding her, understanding yourself, accepting things for what they are, and not thinking that things should be perfect. A life that we constantly try to make perfect is a life that is devoid of energy, because perfection is an ideal that we cannot achieve. Spirit is perfect, but we as human beings are not. So by trying to create a perfect life or having the perfect relationship with your mother, you will never have that, because it's in the realm of being an ideal rather than it being a real relationship with warts and all. But it is a relationship and you're living through it, and that's the whole point of it. You're supposed to feel, think, speak, and express yourself in connections. You're not supposed to have them picture perfect or Instagram worthy all the time. So discard that aspect of yourself and you will be closer to a reconciliation with your mother. You'll be closer to generally living your life without so many restraints and limitations, because it's the expectations of you wanting her to be a different type of mother and she wanting you to be a different type of daughter or son that are locking heads here and creating all this pain. It's not about who you really are, because I have a feeling both you and your mother, you love each other and you're good people. But you need to see that in yourselves. You need to see that you are good people in spite of your faults and your shortcomings. I hope that makes sense. And I can understand that. I have a difficult relationship with my mother as well, and I know how much these things hurt and how difficult it is to accept a mother that is of a different mentality than you and has different expectations and sees the world in a completely different way than you. So we have here, instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. I think this is an indication of being present. It's very It's a very simple thing to think of, but it's more difficult to do in practice, being present. Because our mind is always thinking about the past or the future. You know, we're always processing something from the past and always striving towards achieving something in the future. But it's kind of like we're stretching ourselves into two extremes, when actually, in order to be ourselves more fully, we can just come into the present, feel relaxed, put ourselves to a state of feeling good enough, worthy enough, loving enough, and then moving on with our plans and creating from this place of centeredness. I hope that makes sense. It's basically the core teaching of yoga and a lot of different other spiritually enhancing practices. Wow, and the final card that I have for you is number 18, Tantra, and this is 639 hertz. Wow, I feel that it's a bit strange because you got the card of deep spiritual and sexual transformation and connection in a reading that is more about, you know, your wound with your mother. But let me read you from the booklet what this is about. I feel that this, in a way, how you process your connection to your mother impacts on your capacity to love yourself enough to attract a partner that is worthy of you. So let's, yeah, I resonate so strongly with this group. And I feel that a lot of you could be, that chose this group, you could be having a moon conjunct Saturn or moon conjunct Pluto kind of aspect in your birth charts. Okay, so number 18. Be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You will experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You are on a soul path of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten your mental state and remind yourself everything is working out beautifully. So I feel that in your case, you know, you could do well not to do anything actually. Most of the things that I feel your pile got are accepting, living in the moment, feeling happy where you are right now. Letting go of this idea of perfection, right? Things don't have to be perfect. They just are. You don't have to have everything in the right place before you proceed with something. You just go and do them. Figure things out as you go along. A relationship. And my throat chakra completely choked. I can feel the emotion rising up. For some of you, this could be quite a healing thing to hear. That you're being given permission to not be perfect. That you're being given permission to just do things, you know, to just live. Because maybe your mother held you to, you know, put you on a pedestal, wanted you to be the best and achieve the most. And a lot of you could not, you know, you cracked under that pressure. You just did not want to actually be the best. You just wanted to be. And that is actually a very profound, beautiful truth. And you should stand in that. Not mold yourself to become who your mother wants you to be. And I feel that as you're standing in this just being, just accepting yourself, your relationship with your mother will improve in time, but also you will be attracting a partner that loves you for who you are and sees you for your worth. So that's how your heart will heal. Hopefully this message helped. Thank you so much for listening. I encourage you to have another listen to this message again. We are doing a Mercury retro, and I did find out that even channeling and listening to PickACard readings makes more sense if you listen to them again. Maybe not right now, at a later point in time, but I just want to thank you so much, guys, for your love, kindness, and support. I am sending you so much light. Bye, crew.